Hey guys, Underground Geek here. And so I'm driving home from the gym. Thought it'd be a good opportunity to do a little video here talking about some things that happened in the past couple of days. You know, some very interesting hot takes from Twitter in the last couple of days. Hot memes. So basically, what's been going on is business as usual in Marvel. Heather Antos and Mags Visaggio, aka Brian, have been conducting themselves as normal on Twitter. And what's so funny is none of these things would even come up in conversation if they were good people. That's what I've tried to say on Twitter, because people will blow us out of proportion. And I'll say, hey, you know, this wouldn't even be a deal if they were nice and did their jobs correctly. You know what I mean? If Heather Antos had never said the things that she said to me, and had never acted the way she acted, and then not done her job correctly and acted like she was actually part of something when she's basically just a secretary, then there would have been no problem. But you see, they can't. It's just like the rules they say. They will always lie, they will always double down, they will always project, and they will always turn on you. That's the rules for being an SJW. It's in the handbook. Were you not there for that meeting? It's in the handbook. But so anyway, this started with Heather Antos and the milkshake thing, but it's continued on. Now she posted a picture the other day, a selfie of her in makeup, like it was an accomplishment. You know, my wife puts on makeup every day, multiple times a day. These kind of people, they just don't have to be around other people that they care about, so they don't dress up. They're just layabouts. You know, they work from home, they go out when they need to get a new latte or something from Starbucks, so they don't really need makeup that often. And you know, some people need it more than other Mags Visaggio. But anyway, so when they put on makeup, it's supposed to be this big accomplishment, you know. But the deal is, like I said, we wouldn't say anything about this if they were good people, but they're not good people. So therefore we make fun of them because we can. This is free country. And so she posts a picture, like I said, of her with her makeup on, like, you know, oh, you know, I put this lips gloss on, and you know, I put too much on, and I put this makeup on. I still got sunglasses on because I got bags under my eyes, but look at me, everybody say nice things. And it backfired on her because she has been so mean to people that the only people that really said anything were the people that don't like her. I had to look for people that complimented her. And so, you know, of course, she's playing the victim on that part. You know, well, you know, they said from what people have been telling me, I need to be burned at the stake and all this kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. Don't act like a dingleberry, okay? If you wouldn't act stupid about stuff, those kind of things wouldn't happen. When you put yourself out there and say dumb things, you're going to get the extreme people that are going to say things. And you're also going to get the moderate people that are going to say things like, hey, could you just stop being stupid and do your job? I went to Books A Million yesterday, and you know, I like to go there a lot because they have books on sale, comic books on sale a lot of times, so I'll use those to roast. And I just happened to look, and there's tons of copies of Generations just laying around in the back of the shelves. And also, they have multiple copies of Captain Phasma. You know, Captain Phasma come out last week, supposed to be this big hit, and yet I see like 5 or 6 copies still sitting on the shelves there, untouched. So it makes me wonder, like, how many did you order? Did you order 10 or did you order 7 and nobody bought it? You know, that's my questioning, because why would you order like 10 when it's not that well known of a book? But anyway, that's the book she was working on, and she was, oh, this is gonna be great, blah blah blah. I read it, it was a nothing burger. Like, watch one of my videos, it was a nothing burger. There's nothing to it. But anyway, so it's still sitting there. It's not gonna go anywhere. I say it's gonna be canceled after probably 5 or 6. It'll probably get canceled after the 3rd issue, and they'll roll it through to about the 6th or 7th issue. And they'll say, oh, this was just a tie-in for the movie. We didn't want to do a bunch of, we're just going to do a couple issues till the movie came out. Yeah, we get it. You're lying. But anyway, so then moving on to the other, I guess you would say, queen of Marvel, and has her fingers in everything now, or his fingers in everything, Mags Visaggio, Mr. Let me go on GoFundMe and ask people to give me money for a wig because I can't do my job correctly and have a real job, but yet still wants to retweet where somebody needs to get a job and you don't even have enough money to buy a wig, but yet you're going to make fun of somebody else for working at Burger King. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Projecting once again. But anyway, so she brings up the quote-unquote my famous baseball bat tweet, like it's funny or something, like oh, you remember that time that I got in trouble for that? That was crazy. Moving on. Not, if you really felt bad about that, you would never bring it up again. You would say, look, the PR person would come up to you and say, look, well, you need to never bring that up again. Don't say anything like that or you're gone. What happened was she got that job. Somebody went through her social media. She got that job with DC, in case you hadn't seen, like, not really a job, but it's like she won a prize. So she's going to be mentored by Scott Snyder, one of the best writers ever. And so shortly after they announced that she won, she goes on Twitter and says, I apologize for my tweet, blah, 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 and takes it down. But too bad. We got the receipts. You can't take it down. We got the receipts. Anyway, so then she brings up that tweet, and it's like, if you really meant what you said, you would have never said it again. You would have never brought it up again. I believe PewDiePie is more genuine about his apology than you are. Okay? And I don't give a crap what PewDiePie said. People can say what they want. But my thing is, if you're representing a company, unlike PewDiePie, don't go on Twitter and say that you want to beat straight people in the face with a baseball bat and knock their teeth out. That's just stupid. I would never think to go on Twitter and say, I want to beat up gay people with a baseball bat. I mean, that doesn't even come to thought in my brain. That is a mean-spirited person right there. That is someone that is upset about their situation and is looking to lash out at the people they have dubbed the enemy, the bully. That's somebody that's looking vindictively at another group of people, like, you're the reason I have these problems. No. We never told you to put on a wig and crawl around in bed bugs, okay? We never told you to do that. That's all on you, buddy. But anyway, so all that happened. And then we have, pretty much a couple other people just being stupid online, doing things like, bringing up the 9/11 deal. That guy that said that you're not able to talk about 9/11 because you weren't there. And like everybody else thought, immediately I was thinking, so we're not allowed to bring up Pearl Harbor because we weren't there? Yeah, let's just not ever bring up Pearl Harbor again because we weren't there. That makes a lot of sense. My thing is, let me tell you a little story about that whole deal with the 9/11 tweet that really kind of makes me upset. And, not a lot makes me upset. Even, I've lost a lot of family members that have died. And yes, it makes me upset, but I don't, I'm a guy, so I handle my feelings differently. And I might show more emotion when I drop a tool into my engine bay than when a family member dies. Just because I don't, I just don't show sadness like I do anger, like a lot of men do. So a friend of mine that was in the Marines, he went to church with me for a long time. We became friends. He had a lot of problems, but at the same time, he had it very well because he was very smart, worked in computers, did computer work for one of the bases around here. And so he made a pretty good bit of money. Well, that was after he got out of the Marines anyway. But so one day he hurts himself working, and he pretty much screws his back up for his entire life. Like it's so bad that he has to take pain medication. He has to have multiple surgeries. He'll never be the same. Okay. So, long story short, he goes through a lot of problems. I try to help him, and he ends up we lose contact, and he ends up killing himself because the VA system is so screwed up that they won't support him, and he has to basically sell drugs and buy drugs to take care of his pain situation and have extra money. And that's a sad situation that we live in nowadays for veterans. But here's the deal. When you go online and you say things like that without thinking, and you represent someone, now as far as I know, that guy he hasn't had a real comic job in a while. The guy that I'm talking about with the 9/11 post that diversity in comics like totally obliterated, and Captain Cummings like skewered him and put him on a fire. He doesn't understand because he hasn't lived in a serious situation like that. When you make fun of those people, that really upsets me because those people are a lot stronger than you. They've sacrificed their life. They've sacrificed being away from their families. And that was in remembrance of them and in remembrance of the 4,000 people that died in the 9/11 tragedy. The firefighters, the cops that died later on through respiratory problems and things like that, getting crushed by buildings. And you have the audacity to say, well, you can't mourn them because you weren't there. Okay. So he really, you can tell these people don't think about their actions. They just say things that sound edgy, so they're going to get other people to join them in. Their 4 or 5 friends are going to join in. They're going to get a couple retweets, and they're going to think, oh, that was a good idea. I should have said that earlier. And it's people like this that really upset me because they don't realize what they say, and they don't care about what they say. Their actions have no bearing on the rest of their life. But now we've got this situation developing with Ron Mars and him calling out fans once again. So we're going to see where that goes. But I just kind of want to talk about this thing, talk about Visaggio, Heather Antos, and that idiot talking about 9/11, and just weigh in my reasoning about why I get upset about these kind of things, and just see what you guys got to say. But anyway, have a great day. Thumbs up. Hit the notifications button and tell me what you think about these situations that have evolved in the past couple of days, and tell me where you think we're going to go with the comics industry, because if this keeps going like this, just like Varsity Comics said, we need a clean house. We need this to be over with, and we need to get new people in there. We need to have Scott Snyder go in there and just start firing people. They need to give him authority just to go in there and start firing people, because he seems like the only one that's got a good head on his shoulders. Him and Greg Capullo. But anyway, have a great day, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.